Welcome back to the Podgressives podcast, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Dakota. I run the YouTube channel Dakota Talks. Sitting across from me is my co-host Ryder.
Yep, it's a normal week.
Yeah, just
Nothing happening.
another week in the Trump administration. We have officially bombed Venezuela, killing over 80 people and kidnapping the Venezuelan leader and his wife in the middle of the night, dragging them out of their bed, taking them to New York City to charge them on drug trafficking. Absolutely an insane event that happened the other day. I think all of us just kind of woke up and saw this and have just been kind of reacting to it and the insanity of it. Not to that, like, not to make this about us, but we have been calling this for the past 3 weeks.
Yeah, we were like, any day now, any day.
Like maybe even more than that. Like for the past couple of months, we've been like, any day now, they're gonna bomb. They're gonna do a regime change. It's all about oil, and now it's happened.
Yeah,
it's happening.
It's confirmed.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about how the USA carried out large-scale strikes, according to Trump, in Caracas, Venezuela, the capital of Venezuela, killing at least 80 people, mostly civilians. The U.S. forces also kidnapped the Venezuelan president, Nicolas Maduro, and his wife from their beds, flew them to New York to prosecute them on drug trafficking charges. We've got videos to show you of that, and we're also going to be showing you clips of Trump, how he says the United States will run Venezuela until they find a leader that they want to run it.
I've been seeing, I don't know, it probably won't happen, but I was going to tell you this before we started. I saw another thing where Marco Rubio might be the de facto leader.
Yeah.
And dude, that would mean he would be the curator of the National Archives, Secretary of State, and then there was one other, he would have 4 jobs.
He's also been pushing for regime change in Venezuela for decades.
Yeah.
As has the fossil fuel industry and just the United States in general, basically. So Trump says that we're going to run it. It seems like Marco Rubio is kind of the one that's going to be in charge of kind of running this now colony of the United States of America. Trump also said that U.S. oil companies are going to go in and restructure and rebuild the infrastructure, the oil infrastructure in Venezuela. Venezuela has the largest oil reserves in the world by far. And they have largely nationalized their oil reserves since the 70s, and also in the 90s they furthered that. And this has been a big point of contention for the United States and oil companies that want to make endless profits off of their oil reserves. And this has been brewing for quite a while, and it is finally picking up and finally taking off. And we'll be getting into the history and how we've also imposed sanctions on them that have led to tens of thousands of deaths in Venezuela and ruining their economy. And how this was basically bound to happen. And we're going to talk about the motivations and the excuses and the parallels to Iraq and all of that. It's pretty horrifying.
No, it is.
Just straight up war crime too, or you can't just you can't just go in, kidnap a leader of a sovereign nation, blow up their capital, and then get out and be like, we're restoring democracy. It's that's not how it works.
We're making things a lot better for the citizens now.
No, we're doing this for the people. And they're not even trying though. The Trump administration is not even trying to pretend that this is about the restoring democracy, or this is about what was the other excuse that they had? Drug
trafficking. Even though they pardoned an ex-cocaine kingpin, and then Marco Rubio got confronted with that question. He's like, I don't know, I wasn't involved in the pardoning. Let's just move on. I have other things going on. Literally, that's what he said.
It's just insane. At first they tried to be like, no, it's all about drugs. It's all about drugs.
Yeah.
And then they're like, he's an evil dictator. But then they're like, but no, we're mainly just doing it for oil.
Yeah.
They're not even really trying to have. They're just like, we're going in for oil because we want their oil.
Trump's like, they stole oil from us.
They stole our oil from us when they nationalized their oil reserves and then reimbursed the oil companies. It's it's just so stupid. Yeah. It's absolutely insane. It is like Iraq, but even more incompetent.
Yeah, more incompetent. There's not even really any good propaganda.
The propaganda is so much worse.
It's just listen, we need to go in there and free them.
Yeah, and I think with social media, the just democratization of media in general helps a little bit with just diffusing all of their talking points. But it seems that people aren't fully falling for it, but a lot of people still are. A lot of people are still falling for the idea that we went in there, we took their leader out, and they're all celebrating, they're cheering, they're tearing down flyers, even though they're like old videos. And I mean, we're not defending Maduro necessarily, because I mean, it seems like there's some fishy stuff with his elections.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's things he's done that aren't great, but it doesn't matter. Like that's an entirely separate conversation that doesn't have anything to do with this conversation. Because we can't just go in and say we don't like this leader, we're going to kidnap him from his house in the middle of the night and blow up the capital like that's not how it works. We can't just do that.
No, yeah, it's ridiculous.
Legally, we can't just do that, and also morally, we shouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah, morally, it's a moral thing and a legality thing.
And that's not, that's even if we sit here and talk about how Maduro's a dictator and Maduro tried to do this election stuff, and it doesn't change the fact that that's not why we're doing this.
Yeah, no, and it's like oil companies. They donated a lot of money to Trump's campaign.
Millions and millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars.
Hundreds of millions of dollars.
So
and they're like, "Thank you, Trump."
Yeah, no, it's all about oil and gold, also, and weapons manufacturers are profiting from it, and it's not about that. It's not about that. It's purely about. I mean, if you boil it down, it's all about capitalism and imperialism. But all right, let's talk about that. We're also going to be going over how Zoran Mamdani, the Islamic communist, the Democratic Socialist in New York City, has officially been sworn in as the mayor, and he has already been doing things, and we're going to be talking about that and going over his first few days in office, and also how we were in the city while he was inaugurated. We tried to go to the inauguration. It was kind of a disaster. We'll talk about that. We'll go over also how the New York City subway, how we should do that everywhere already.
Yes.
What the fuck are we doing?
Oh my gosh.
All right, let's start with Venezuela. So these are the videos of the Trump administration carrying out these large-scale strikes on Caracas, Venezuela, the capital. Again, this killed over 80 people. Is the most recent death toll from the New York Times. This death toll just came out about like 30 minutes ago as we were recording or before we recorded this. It was 40, and then it was just raised to 80. So by the time this comes out in a couple days, it might already have been raised more, and things might have changed. But we're gonna give you the latest at what has happened right now. So this is the videos of Caracas where they did these airstrikes. So you can see like massive airstrikes just flying everywhere. And then this is another video here where you can see helicopters flying into the Capitol. Just dropping airstrikes. I mean, it's just like destruction like crazy.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to show that footage. That's just like horrifying.
Yeah, no,
to just see U.S. helicopters just flying into your cities.
He talked about Epstein too much.
Yeah, right. I did like the Colombian president came out. And he was like, a clan of pedophiles is trying to take away democracy and stuff. I thought that was kind of cool. But yeah, so Trump said after this happened, when he did his like press conference, he was like, we planned this. It was so awesome. He was literally talking about it like it was a fucking like Broadway show. He was I was watching it from Mar-a-Lago. I thought, wow, I'm watching this like a TV show. He was like, he was like, the speed and violence was beautiful. That's what he said. It was like, dude, what you're talking about? The murder of 80 people and the kidnapping of a sovereign nation's leader, and you're like, the speed and violence. Wow, it was a big orchestrated attack. Yeah, it's just like. It's just full-on dictator shit. Like, if we're gonna talk about Maduro as a dictator, we should talk about Trump as a dictator too. Like, if fucking China came in right now and just kidnapped the Trump, do you think they would be okay with that? Hello?
China would be wiped off the map.
Yeah, like that's not how we don't do that. Like, that's not how this kind of thing works. I would argue that Trump is a dictator and becoming more and more of a dictator, especially when he's going around fucking kidnapping heads, leaders of different countries to further the interest of fucking oil companies. But this is just like, it's ridiculous to even entertain the conversation that, well, he's a dictator, so we should do this. But And then like you even have like Chuck Schumer's of the world being like, well, we should do this, but just come on, let's go through Congress. Let's get congressional approval first.
Yeah.
Fucking
Chuck
Chuck Schumer.
Schumer.
But okay, this is a video of Trump. He said that we will run the United States will run Venezuela until they find a leader that they essentially want to be able to run it. In the interest of the fossil
I
fuel
did
companies.
see that the Maduro's VP is like taking over, but I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I think
Because
there's still a Venezuelan government.
Yeah.
But that being said, I think like the United States is basically gonna be like, yeah, but we're in charge now.
Yeah.
I don't
And,
know
like,
what that's gonna be like. I
and
guess
that
we'll
like
see.
freaky girl that was like supposed to be the installed, like now Trump's like, I don't know about her now.
Yeah, the opposition to Maduro that they were propping up the CIA-backed like pro-Israel, pro-giving Venezuelan oil to American companies.
Yeah.
Like she was literally like, I'm gonna come in and liberate the oil from us and stuff. And she was. Everyone assumed that they were gonna prop her up, but it seems like Trump doesn't like her or something. Like Trump literally was like, she doesn't have enough respect to be the leader. I don't know what they're planning. It's kind of concerning.
Yeah.
Regardless, every single time we've ever done like a regime change anywhere, there's so many examples of this. It just becomes even if it was corrupt before and it was bad before,
It's gonna be really
it makes
bad
it
now.
we make it worse.
Yeah, we make it like
We go in, we kill a bunch of people, and then we make their leadership worse. And just it's like it doesn't. We're not going in to fix the conditions of the people that live there.
No.
We're going in to overthrow their leadership so that we can have new leadership. We don't care if they're even more corrupt, as long as they further the interest of the United States and the companies that have interest in that region.
Yeah.
That's all that matters. It doesn't matter if the leadership is even more corrupt than before.
no.
We
They
literally
honestly-
could give a shit about that.
yeah, we like it if they're more corrupt.
The more corrupt, if it's like a select, like corrupt dictator, then we only have to negotiate with one guy when we steal our resources. We don't have to talk to this whole, it's easier if it's just like some rich family or some, monarch that we can just, they'll give us some big bribes or whatever, and we'll give them a few little stuff. It's just it's not about restoring democracy. I mean, come on now. That's so fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I mean, the thing is too, like, this isn't like it was like Trump did this. The Trump administration did this, but it's not like this would have happened. This wouldn't have happened if Kamala had won. Like,
oh no, it
this
would have.
Was boiling over. I mean,
I feel like it would have, like if Kamala won the election and they did this thing. I feel like if she won, it would be more secretive and it would look like
it would be way more competent.
It would look like we didn't really have anything to do with it, but then it would come out that the CIA orchestrated like a rebellion army, quote unquote, and then like Maduro's captured by these like, I don't know. I feel like it would be more orchestrated, more organized.
It probably would have been more organized. It would have been more secretive, probably. It also would have been, even if it wasn't super secretive and we would have still heard about it and stuff.
Yeah.
The propaganda would have been better.
Yeah.
Which I'm not saying is necessarily a good thing.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that is like the situation. Kamala Harris still would, because this isn't just like Trump got in office and all of a sudden we're going after Venezuela. This is like ever since the 90s when, even actually the 70s when they started nationalizing oil, because again, they have the largest oil reserves in the world of any country by far. And they started to nationalize their oil to essentially like redistribute the wealth that's generated from oil to fix the like poverty that was breaking out in their country. And then Hugo Chavez in the 90s nationalized essentially like most of the rest of it, using the same like laws. And ever since then, the oil companies and the United States has been very angry about that, and they do not want that because we want that oil. We want those profits. We want that oil. Yeah. And so this has been boiling over for quite a long time. We've imposed massive sanctions on Venezuela, and there's been studies that have shown that in just 1 year from 2017 to 2018, 40,000 excess deaths were caused by U.S. sanctions on Venezuela.
Yeah.
So like this has devastated their economy. It has devastated
their population.
The population. It has been something that has boiled over for quite a long time, and it most likely would have happened maybe differently, but it would have happened.
It would have still happened
if Kamala was president, because she would have done the same shit.
I feel like it would have been more creative. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we're like.
Well, she wouldn't have just been going out there and be like, we want their oil, and we hate them because they're brown rapists. It's like, that's literally what Trump's saying.
Yeah, it's like, well, the Venezuelan people are tired of this leader, And I
it
think
would have been more like liberalized.
yeah, liberalized, and I feel like it would have been like, the CIA would have, what I just said, would have created like a rebellion force, like anti-Maduro forces.
Yeah.
And then they would have been playing like propaganda maybe on like the televisions, like a random news station.
Like shit that we've done in the past.
Yeah, literally. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it would have been more,
Because like in Chile.
and that's not a good thing. Like
No.
honestly, I think not that like Trump is good and that this action is good, but like the fact that he's so open about it
Yeah, it's bad.
it's bad for the United States, I think.
Yeah.
It's bad for US imperialism because people look at it and they go, "Oh yeah, this is fucking crazy. Why are we doing all this crazy shit and we're just fucking like gangsters. Like we're just fucking doing international gangsterism."
And he's even said Cuba, Mexico, and I think that's it. But still, like
he's threatening to go after Cuba and Mexico now. Yeah,
and then the Greenland stuff could come back up. Canada stuff could
the
pop
imaginary line they drew up there.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Remember when Trump started talking about borders as if that like he started being like an open borders person with fucking Canada? He's like this like imaginary line they drew up there.
Yeah.
It's like what?
They just drew it.
You're the border guy.
Yeah. Trump loves the lines, especially when it separates like a brown. Like people.
No, he's like, well, the Mexico one, that they're different people, but Canada, they're white. Why do we have a line there?
Yeah, we just need free entry and exit from Canada.
But no, yeah, it's pretty concerning. I do think like Kamala would have probably hit it better, and there would have been like, especially people who are liberals that look at the situation right now and they go, "Oh my God, this is gross. We're just going in blatantly to just take their oil and like kill people."
Yeah.
If Kamala was doing it, those same people would be like, "Hell yeah, we're restoring democracy. We're helping and liberating people." But like it would have still happened and it would have still been bad.
Yeah, no.
It would have been hidden better.
Yeah, it would have
been in that way, I think it's maybe good that so many more people are so opposed to it.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that.
Not that Trump is good,
yeah,
but like that
Trump's
the actions
Trump's
are so
being
mask
like,
off.
They stole our oil. We're going in and getting it back.
Literally
rescuing it back.
It's so just mask off that it's easy to oppose.
Yeah,
as if Kamala or Biden or whatever would have tried to go in and be like, well, try to talk about it in like an intellectual manner.
Biden said, I think he said this in his term, that like we don't recognize Maduro as like the legitimate like president of Venezuela. So they were definitely always against Maduro.
Definitely. And so this is the clip of Trump saying that we're going to go in and basically run Venezuela until we can transition power.
We can't take a chance that somebody else takes over Venezuela that doesn't have the good of the Venezuelan people in mind.
Fucking, you don't care about that.
Yeah.
Decades of that. We're not going to let that happen. We're there now, and what people don't understand, but they understand as I say this, we're there now, but we're going to stay until such time as the proper transition can take place. So we're going to stay until such time as we're going to run it essentially until such time as a proper transition can take place.
Oh my gosh.
As everyone knows, the oil business in Venezuela has been a bust, a total bust for a long period of time. They were pumping almost nothing by comparison to what they could have been pumping.
Trump's like, Trump's like, we're gonna help them get more oil. That's why we kidnapped your leader.
It is true that they've declined in the amount of oil that they export, but I mean that's not really our decision.
We shouldn't be making those decisions for them.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Could have taken place. We're going to have our very large United States oil companies, the biggest anywhere in the world, go in, spend billions of dollars, fix the badly broken infrastructure, the oil infrastructure, and start making money for the country.
Again, not for the This is like such a, I don't know. He's so open about it. He's like, we're going to have the oil companies go in after we just overthrew this country, and we're going to run it and change their oil infrastructure based on the way that the fossil fuel companies want us to.
That's so crazy.
It's like he said, so we can make more money for the country. But that money's not going to me. That money's not going to you. That money's not going to you guys. That money is going to fucking Chevron. That money's going to ExxonMobil.
BP,
like,
all oil companies.
That money and the money that we spent bombing the shit out of them is going to fucking Lockheed Martin. It's going to fucking all these military industrial complex.
Dude, I should have sent you this reel yesterday, but I was like scrolling Instagram reels sometime yesterday, and it was like this random like entrepreneur guy on Instagram, and he's like, guys, now the time is to buy like oil company stocks, defense stocks, make your move.
Yeah.
I'm like, God damn.
Unfortunately, I mean, yeah.
I mean,
it is going to benefit them and probably will increase their stock values.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this is pretty horrifying. I mean, it's just like so open and so insane. But yeah, no, this isn't going to benefit you in any way, shape, or form.
No.
It's using your tax dollars to go overthrow a sovereign nation for the benefit of a select few that are at the top executives or shareholders in a fossil fuel company and weapons manufacturers. That's it. That's who it's benefiting entirely. That's it. And it's not going to benefit you. It's not going to make your gas prices go down. It's not going to make your fucking
I saw something where like
groceries cheaper.
Like diesel for tractor trailers could actually shoot up $1 more than it already is because of Venezuela. That was just the headline that I saw.
God, that's great. It's
like
great.
all these like hogs are like, gas prices are going to go down, right? They invaded a country.
Yeah, right. I'm sure that's how it works. No, it's not going to go down. It's only going to get more expensive. Everything is only going to get worse.
Yeah.
Nothing
can get good, only worse.
Remember that Donald Trump ran as the peaceful dove.
Yeah.
Donald Trump ran as the peace president. He's going to stop the wars. He's not going to start any new ones. No new wars, and we're going to stop all the old ones.
Yeah.
He says, we stopped 18 million wars.
Yeah.
It
was crazy on like New Year's Eve night. He was like, I want peace.
Right after he bombed Nigeria on Christmas Day, and then 3 days later, he invaded a sovereign nation and kidnapped the head of state.
Yeah. Yeah, like, literally.
Hello?
No, you don't understand.
Palestine still being genocided, still dying rapidly. The genocide or the war with Russia and Ukraine still happening, hasn't really come to a close at all. Every single war that was going on has continued to go on, and there's a fake ceasefire in Palestine, but we've talked about that.
Yeah,
it's a sham. And now we're starting new ones. We're bombing Nigeria. We're bombing fucking.
I don't even know why we bombed Nigeria.
Because of a white Christian genocide. I'm not even kidding. But yeah, okay. So let's talk about this. So the admin is claiming that it's about democracy. They're claiming that it's about drugs. Despite the fact that every single time that we've ever done regime change, which is many different times, we've only supported even more corrupt dictators that support U.S. interests. And also, fentanyl does not come from Venezuela. And most cocaine doesn't even come from Venezuela.
Yeah, it mostly comes from, like, China.
Yeah, I think
some of the
cocaine comes from, I think, largely Colombia, and fentanyl comes from largely Mexico.
Yeah.
But even the amount of drugs that do come from Venezuela are so little, and they're explicitly saying, yeah, fentanyl is a weapon of mass destruction, and that it's coming from Venezuela, and that's why we've been blowing up all these boats that are, again, those were all war crimes, by the way.
Yeah.
Or at least a lot of them were.
like the second strike they did on that one boat.
Yeah, they did a second strike.
That's a war
Multiple war crimes committed before we even went in and invaded and stole their leader.
No, and then remember that the last strike they did in Venezuela, the CIA drone strike that they did.
Yeah, we didn't even get a chance to talk about that yet.
No, we didn't even.
Because it happened while we were on our break.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we did that as well. That was like the first land strike, and then we came in a few days later and did this shit.
Yeah. It's so fucking insane.
But also, if Trump cared about drugs, he wouldn't have pardoned the Honduran ex-president, who was convicted of drug crimes. This is an NPR article that I'm looking through right now.
Yeah.
Where he's talks about how President Trump officially pardoned former Honduran president, this was in like early December, who U.S. officials said was at the center of one of the largest and most violent drug trafficking conspiracies in the world. A White House official was not authorized to speak on the record, confirmed that the pardon was granted, and the FBI, Federal Bureau of Prisons confirmed his release on Monday. Hernandez, who served 2 terms as the leader of Central American nation, had been sentenced to 45 years for conspiring to import cocaine to the United States. The pardon of such high-profile convicted drug trafficker, however, has led to the accusations of deceit and hypocrisy by the Trump administration. as it comes while the president and his team continue to escalate his military campaign against drug trafficking out of Venezuela. Critics argue that the pardon of Hernandez undermines the administration's claims that they are focused on ending drug trafficking. It's absolutely ridiculous to be like, we're going after this country that doesn't largely import any drugs in the United States while we are fucking pardoning huge drug traffickers.
Dude, Trump teased the pardon in social media saying, "Congratulations on your pardon." He wrote, "Make Honduras great again."
Oh my God.
So
it's just so openly fucking lies. It's crazy. Also, a lot of people are trying to claim that like, oh, well, we went in and we liberated the people. Literally what we did with Iraq, by the way.
Yeah, we gave so much liberation to Iraq that they're poor.
They tore down the Saddam Hussein statue. They tore it down.
Yeah. So
they all feel that way, and they all are happy that we killed 300,000 people and fucking
joke.
But this is you'll see people talk about how the people are out in the streets celebrating. Well, they're also out in the street protesting. Like it's just ridiculous. This is footage of them protesting in Venezuela. They're like kind of singing and like protesting in the streets up against the U.S., opposing the U.S. just coming in and violating their sovereignty. Absolutely insane. I also wanted to show this guy's take. I like this guy a lot, but this take specifically, I was like, he cooked here, so I wanted to show this video as well.
I think Maduro was a dictator. What do you have to say about that? It is criminal to kidnap the head of a sovereign state along with his wife, ship him across the ocean, and lock him in an American cage. No empire has ever destroyed so many lives while claiming to be saving them instead. No empire has ever burnt so many cities to the ground while insisting it's just defending democracy instead. The U.S. is not the sheriff of the world. It doesn't give a fuck about the world, and it doesn't give a fuck about you. If you think this is a good thing, tell me, how does this benefit you in any way? You're still going to be renting forever. You're still going to be living paycheck to paycheck forever. You're still going to be one medical emergency away from being homeless forever. Understand, the world will never know peace until the evil imperialist army is dismantled. It's that simple.
So yeah, that guy cooked right there, because that's exactly true. This isn't fixing any of your material conditions.
No.
It's purely just imperialism and fucking war to further the interest of the elite. Again.
Yeah. What do you know?
Pedophile elite.
What do you know?
Yeah.
That's such a surprise. I'm
fucking
shocked.
Crazy. Insane. Okay, so I also wanted to show this video, and then we can talk about Zoran in New York and stuff.
Okay, yeah.
So this is Zoran Mamdani calling out. He expressed that he called Trump and talked to him about how he opposes the illegal war of regime change in Venezuela, and he told Trump this directly. I wanted to show this clip, and then we can talk about.
I know you said in a statement earlier today that you had been briefed on the situation with Maduro in Venezuela and soon to be New York. Were you briefed by the president? Have you spoken to the president about this matter?
I was briefed by my first deputy mayor, my chief of staff, my chief counsel, the police commissioner, as well as other members of my team.
Oh, wow.
I called the president and spoke with him directly to register my opposition to this act and to make clear that it was an opposition based on being opposed to a pursuit of regime change, to the violation of federal international law, and a desire to see that be consistent each and every day.
So yeah, I mean, he directly talked to the president. He directly said, "Hey, I don't support this." Just because also this is the reason that it's relevant to New York City as well. Is first of all, Trump seems to like Zoran right now, so it is important that he expresses this in any way, even though it's probably not going to change anything. But also, Maduro was essentially kidnapped and trafficked into New York City.
Yeah, New York City at the
where he's going to be tried and for drug trafficking. So it is relevant to New York City that this is, it's good that he's doing something. It's good. But yeah, let's talk about New York City.
Yeah.
So Zoran Mamdani was inaugurated on January 1st.
January 1st, 12:01.
And we were there.
Yeah.
We went to New York City. We drove,
Yeah.
and we were planning to go to the Zoran inauguration. We'll talk about how it didn't go exactly as planned, but the way that the inauguration works is at 12, after 12 on New Year's Day, the mayor is inaugurated. He chose to be inaugurated in the
old subway cities, the old subway station. I think it was below City Hall.
I think something like that.
It was pretty close to City Hall.
Yeah, and he was officially inaugurated at that point, so he's legally the mayor at that point. And then the next day they do, or the same day, but later that day, once it was at 11 o'clock, I think it was.
Yeah.
They did an inauguration outside City Hall where he did a speech. AOC was there; she did a speech. Bernie was there, and he actually swore him in. And even fucking Eric Adams and Chuck Schumer were there, which is pretty funny.
Yeah.
They were sitting there Eric Adams was angry the whole time,
Yeah.
and then there was fucking Chuck Schumer in the background of every single photo, just looking around, just why are you even there?
Yeah.
You didn't even endorse him. It's
No.
so funny. I don't think he ever endorsed. I'm pretty sure Hakeem did it the day of.
Hakeem Jeffries endorsed him the morning of.
He literally polls close in 1 minute, and he's like, I endorse him.
Yeah.
Because it looks like he's gonna win. I endorse.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, he really waited till the last minute.
I don't even think Hakeem Jeffries was at the inauguration.
I don't think so. I didn't see any videos of him.
No.
But yeah, so we were in New York City. We went to Central Park to see the fireworks and everything, which is pretty sweet. We planned to do a podcast there, but it didn't end up working out.
Yeah.
And we tried to get into the Zoran inauguration because the way it worked is there was a Zoran inauguration, and then there was the block party for the Zoran inauguration. And we went to the block party. We were able to get into the block party, or we were able to register.
Line.
We registered and got into the line where we could scan in to get into the block party. But it was not the best organized situation.
No.
There was tens of thousands of people that wanted to get into this block party where we could see and hear the speeches and stuff. And there was literally one street that you had to enter through to get into it. And from what your brother said, there was literally 4 security guards individually patting down every single person who got into the block party.
Yeah.
It was not
the best run event.
Yeah, I mean, because here's the thing, I was genuinely worried about Zoran's safety.
Yeah.
Being a Muslim socialist being elected to New York City,
Yeah.
where there's a lot. I mean, there's just a ton of anti-Muslim hate in this country in general, and I was a little bit worried about that. So I'm glad the security was big. I'm glad that they had big security like that. But I feel like they could have had multiple entrances. There was a different way that it could have been organized. I don't necessarily blame Zoran for that at all, but it was also freezing as fuck.
Oh no, it was 10 degrees.
Yeah, it was.
The wind was
that was the real feel.
Yeah.
The real feel was literally 10 degrees. It was 17-mile-an-hour winds, and it was also literally in the 20s.
Yeah, it was bad.
The actual temperature was in the 20s. It was insane, and we were sitting there. We had coats on. I even bought this hat. I don't have it with me, but I bought this hat that covered my ears.
Sweet.
It was a silly hat, but it was warm as hell.
Yeah.
I posted some photos on my Instagram, which you can see me with the hat on. But it was insanely cold. And we were sitting in this line, literally person to person, in this block, and we're just sitting there moving a foot every 10 minutes.
Yeah. No, and it was it was 10 degrees. We weren't moving, which was the problem because we were colder.
It made it way colder.
Colder. And then at the point, I think it was we were an hour in the line, and we didn't even move a block.
Yeah, we moved half a block in 2 hours.
Yeah, and my feet were ice blocks, and I was fuck this.
No, I mean, your feet started going numb faster than mine.
Yeah.
And then my feet started going numb bad. And then we were both sitting there we were shaking. Ryder's brother was there too, and he was literally uncontrollably shaking. But someone gave him a hot hands, so that saved him. We were sitting there I don't know if we can make this. We started seeing people turn back and go backwards, and we're like, shit, that sounds
and
nice.
Everyone who was coming back towards us
was I can't see the end.
Yeah, they were we can't see the end. Some old lady was it doesn't look good.
Yeah. So we were fuck, I don't know if we can do this because it was just so cold.
I mean, we waited a while.
We waited 2 hours at least.
Yeah, 2
in this line.
hours.
And we were trying. We wanted to be on our phones or something to make the time pass by, but we couldn't take our hands out of our pockets.
No, I had
our hands would go numb.
I had big gloves on. like really big gloves on, and I was just even my hands were I had to like keep moving them like this in my pockets.
I was like cupping my hands in my pockets inside my gloves because like
Yeah.
I couldn't feel them. It was so bad. And eventually we realized that too. It was like, even if we get in, we're still gonna have to be outside, and I don't think we can do that.
Yeah.
I started to get genuinely worried for like my safety. Like I was like, I might have to go to the hospital if I
Yeah.
stay outside any longer.
No, if I would have stayed out longer, because I was wearing like my brother like Air Force Ones, like,
Yeah.
so they were not very insulated,
Not warm, yeah.
not warm, and I was like, I mean, same. I was like, I probably would've- hypothermia. I would have had to gone to the hospital or something.
Like literally. So we decided we were gonna go back. Ryder's brother actually stayed, and he did get in.
You gotta-
It took like another hour though.
yeah, it took an hour for him to get in.
It was a really bad like.
And dude, they should have started like handing out like T-shirts or something.
Yeah.
to make it worth it, because he only got a pin,
He got a
Which
pin,
was cool.
which was pretty cool.
which was cool. But like, Jesus Christ, man,
it was a little rough.
That
It was a little rough.
It
Yeah.
was not worth it. I was not about to stay in that line for like
For a
for a pin.
I wish I had the pin.
Maybe like a hat.
Yeah.
Like I would have been like, okay, I got a hat out of it.
Yeah.
It's worth it, I guess. But like,
No,
Jesus
it was pretty
Christ,
rough. It was pretty rough. I'm glad that we tried. It was still cool because when we went back, because I was like, Zoran's about to start speaking already, and it's not looking like we're gonna get in anytime soon. And even if we do, we're not gonna be able to stand out in the cold.
Yeah,
It would have been really cool to go around and talk to all these DSA members.
There
and
were so
talk-
many DSA members.
so many people with
Like,
like tax the rich hats,
Tax the Rich hat, DSAs hat, like
Democratic
beanies,
Socialist, yeah, beanies.
beanies, and then someone had like a DSA beanie on, and then a Zoran beanie on top of that. I thought
That's
that
cool.
was kind of cool.
And there was at one point when someone walking beside the crowd was waving like a Palestinian flag, and the whole
Palestinian flag.
crowd
Everyone
erupted
cheered.
with cheer, which I thought was really cool.
Yeah, it's good to see that.
It's good, yeah. It's just cool to be around, even if we didn't get inside and we almost died from hypothermia. It was still cool
Yeah.
to be around all these like-minded people that
it
are
was cool though
excited.
because we went into a pizza shop and we were both like watching the live.
Yeah, we went to a
which-
pizza shop. Like we were like a couple blocks away from Zoran being inaugurated, and we're listening to his speech live. It was still really
Yeah,
cool.
and I could. It was nice because in the pizza shop I like could feel my feet again.
Yeah, and the pizza was pretty fire
Yeah,
too.
the pizza was fire. Could feel my feet.
We got this newspaper.
Oh yeah, got those
This
newspapers.
local New York newspaper of it shows Zoran, a new era. It was still really really cool. We went to a sushi place, went to the pizza place. We explored a lot of New York City while we were there.
Oh my gosh, especially the first day.
We got like
Like-
over 42,000 steps that
Yeah,
day.
order over 42,000 steps.
20
'cause
miles walked.
We got in the city that day at like 8 a.m.
Yeah, we went there early and we
we-
stayed there till 2
Yeah,
a.m.
Yeah, and we didn't get to the hotel till like 3,
Yeah.
which was
It was
crazy.
bad.
And then we like got like didn't even get a full 8 hours of sleep that day.
No, we didn't. Because we woke up early to go to Zoran the next day. Yeah. But I mean, it was a really good time. It was really fun to explore the city. I mean, New York City is awesome.
Yeah, no, it's really cool. I like it a lot.
And just the fucking subway. I was
Yeah,
so
oh my
jealous.
God, the subway was amazing.
Oh, I wish we had that here. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I couldn't shut up about that. I'm like, this
Yeah.
is so nice. You
Yeah.
just get on the subway,
Yeah.
you tap your phone on the little thing. If you pay $2.50, and then boom, you're on the subway. You're going to wherever you want to go. You get off and you're there. It's so nice.
Yeah, no,
So
it's
nice.
cool. I liked it.
You can
I
walk
definitely
places.
enjoyed it.
You can take the subway places. You don't have to have a car at all.
You can
there.
bike.
You can bike there. I don't know if I'd want to do that because it looks kind of crazy.
Yeah.
And we did drive there too, and it was a little crazy.
Oh yeah, the driving was insane. I ran a red light.
Yeah, Ryder did run a red light, so
And then in the heart of like the tourism.
in Times Square.
Yeah.
Like we were driving in Times Square and you ran a red
I
light.
was like, oh, that light. Oh, it's red.
Because the lights are on the side of the road, which we're not used to, and you didn't. I don't think you even saw the
I
light.
didn't even realize there was lights. Or I was just. I was honestly.
It was distracting as hell. I don't blame
Yeah, I
you.
was
You had to
gonna
look.
say.
You had to keep your head on a swivel, and plus there's like huge billboards that are everywhere.
It's like
People
yeah,
everywhere. It's a lot to take in.
crazy. Yeah.
So I don't blame you, but yeah, we did run a red light.
It was like honestly, I liked the walking, public transit. I liked the driving too. I just liked like driving into like part of Jersey, like
And then
Hoboken.
yeah, we parked in Hoboken, and we were able to take a path train
Yeah.
under the river into New York City, and then we took the subway from there everywhere else. It was
I wonder
great.
what happens if a hole gets like there's like a
Into the-
little water leaking in the subway.
Well, I mean, have you seen those videos of like in New York City when it rains really,
Yeah,
really
I
hard?
remember seeing that like.
That it looks kind of terrifying. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
it was
lie.
like dumping water, like
Yeah.
because like I mean, if you think about it, when you're walking in the city, there's grates, and you can hear the train.
Yeah.
So it's like water can get in there pretty easy.
Yeah, I guess so. It
Take
didn't
much.
really. It didn't rain while we were there. It did snow a little bit. It was still really. I had a great time though, and we did see one rat in the subway. That was it.
a tail.
Yeah, we only saw the tail. Your brother saw the full rat though.
Yeah, my brother saw the full one, which it didn't seem like a big rat, like a subway rat.
Yeah, it wasn't anything crazy. I mean, honestly, like, it is kind of insane though. Like, I was watching this video a couple days ago, right before we went, where like the most common means of public transportation in every city and county, everywhere across the country, except for New York, is car. The only city in the country that has majority of people that take public transit to work is New York City. That is insane. Like our transportation infrastructure is so reliant on cars. It is so reliant on cars.
Our city's like decent.
I mean, it has buses.
It has buses, but you don't want to rely on that.
You don't want to rely on those.
We
have like a path that you can ride your bike on, but like even that, like, it's not. You can't go ride your bike everywhere, especially when it's like really cold and stuff. It's like we don't have the
only people who take the bus, I think, around here are like people who actually like have to.
Yeah. That's what I think. I don't remember where I heard this, but it was someone that said like a good transportation infrastructure is not when poor people ride in cars. It's when like wealthier people take the subway or take the public transit.
I remember you telling me about that.
And it's like that's true because like there's no reason to have to drive everywhere. No one should have to have a 2-ton. Spend $20,000 a year.
You don't want a 2-ton metal box.
A 2-ton killing machine going 90 miles an hour on the freeway. Like, no, that's not great.
Yeah.
Cars kill more people a year than I'm pretty sure guns do in America. And that's
oh my God,
literally
that's crazy.
Like, we don't even need to have that. We don't have to have these huge fucking like
metal boxes.
I mean, yeah, and trucks just keep getting bigger.
You're
We're just like, let's make a bigger baby killing machine today.
Yeah. No, it's crazy.
Let's add another lane to the highway.
Okay, you know how the F-150, the Ford F-150 is the base model truck in America.
Yeah.
No, the base model truck.
Uh-huh.
And then you have 250, 350, 450, 550, 650. Those are more bigger trucks.
God damn.
Dude,
Fucking
even the F-150, the base model Ford truck,
yeah,
is literally, you would need a permit in Europe to drive it. Like, that's how...
It's like bigger than the Europe roads.
Yeah. Like, you couldn't drive it through the city. Oh, I'll have to show you this Grand Tour episode, that British, like, thing that I was telling you about. It's on Prime Video, where they drive, like, American cars through, like, old Italian cities.
Oh my God.
And this one guy gets this like lifted Chevy truck, and he literally, there's like this tiny like tunnel that they go through. It barely fits.
Oh my God.
It barely fits. It's crazy.
It's like ridiculous.
Yeah, I'll have to show you that episode at some point, because it's
crazy.
actually really funny, and it's really eye opening, like how big American car, like they don't seem big here.
Because we're just so used to them.
We're so used to it, but like
it's like, oh yeah, that's a fucking monster truck. They just go around.
Yeah,
that's normal.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like,
it's crazy though.
It's like squatted too on the back or whatever, so it's like you can't even see anyone when you're walking.
See anyone.
You can't see people on the crosswalk in front of you. Like that shit is crazy. But yeah, no, like our entire infrastructure in America is built on like we have a few shitty bus systems, a few trains that go certain places.
Like Amtrak, like we have an Amtrak station here.
Yeah.
That you can go to like New York, Washington, D.C., all these other places.
You can go to some places with. But like for the most part, it's nothing. Like I'm so jealous of like European countries and like China.
Just wait.
We're going to Italy and France
in
the summer, and I'm so excited to look at their public transportation. I'm so excited.
It's gonna be like New York on steroids.
Yes, because New York, there's still so many cars and so much going on, and the subway is a little like dirty and stuff like that. Like it is, I'm sure public transit in Europe is probably so much nicer than what we saw.
Oh, it is. Like we went this one train station we went to when we were trying to go to Austria. That was like a whole like trip. We just literally used public transportation, buses, train rides. I think we had like an hour bus ride to a train station, and then it was like another like couple hours on a train. Which the trains, by the way, are so nice. They have like nice chairs, tables. It's really great. It's amazing.
Oh, I'm so excited. It's just like we don't need to have cars everywhere like that.
No.
The only reason we really do have cars like that is because of like
auto companies,
auto lobbying. Yeah, I mean that's kind of what it comes down to, because there's not as much money to be made doing subway systems. There's not as much
Yeah.
money to be made
No.
doing high speed rail. like
No, and then the only reason we had the mass highway system was for World War II, so we could transport stuff faster to like the shorelines where we could put stuff on ships.
that was a
and stuff.
car,
No, like the
or, like,
mass
trains.
trains. That was maybe trains, but like in general the auto systems were made to like transport like tanks and stuff to like different parts.
I see. And then we're like, well, we can also make a ton of money off of it. If
Yeah,
we,
and then-
what if we just make every single person who lives on U.S. soil and wants to get to work buy like a $20,000 car
Yeah.
and then pay insurance every single month, like hundreds of dollars a month or whatever,
Ugh.
and then also
Don't
pay
even-
for repairs and tires
Yeah, all
and
that
tags
good
and
stuff.
expiration, like or registration and like I was
imagine-
looking it up, and
Yeah.
the average American spends like over $20,000 a year on their car. With all those things that I just mentioned, tags, tires, repairs, gas, all these different things. Meanwhile, the average New Yorker, I think it was like
It was
1,000.
2,000. It was
Yeah.
$2,000 a year from the subway. Because
Yeah.
I looked at my once we got back, I looked at the damage.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure after my expenses, I spent like $400 on the trip.
Uh-huh.
And it was like the actual, because I didn't include all the subway fares because I was like $2. It's
Yeah,
not,
$2,000.
it doesn't really make that much of a difference. It was like we spent, at least I did, spent $38 on subway rides and stuff. Maybe I don't know, but that was like about it because I kept track of everything else except for subway fares.
And we were buying individual, like every single time we
Yeah.
went in, we just
Yeah.
clacked our phone and bought it. So there might be a cheaper way of doing it too. But
Yeah.
the average New Yorker spends $1,900 a
Oh,
year on
wow,
all
not-
transportation.
Not even $2,000.
Yeah, not even $2,000,
Wow.
and that's including subway, bus, and gas and tolls and parking and all that stuff.
That's cool.
So I mean, that's insane. Yeah, and the average American spends so much more on that than that.
Yeah.
It's pretty insane.
I don't know if it's just like the American brain in me, but it would be still cool to like have a car stored somewhere to use it.
Yeah, I mean, I think like
on occasion.
yeah, I mean, it's like I think we can have better public transportation and like better transportation infrastructure that isn't so reliant on cars while still having the ability to have a car.
Yeah. No,
Like,
they
we
want
don't-
to take your cars away.
They want to take your cars away just like they want to take your guns away.
Yeah.
They want to take your F-150 away and your F-650 away or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
They want to take your monster truck away and they want to take away your AK-47.
Yeah.
This is freedom. Freedom is having the ability to accidentally shoot yourself in the face with a fucking automatic rifle and also die on the freeway. That's the American dream.
okay.
Not being able to afford rent, not being able to get to work because you have to pay for your fucking car, but at least you can have a fucking AR and when you're 18, and you know what? You can also die on the freeway if you really want to on the 6-lane freeway.
Yeah.
Let's build one more lane.
I
one
literally
more
said
lane.
that when we were driving back.
Yeah,
I was like, one more lane would fix this a little bit.
yeah. Oh my
It would
god.
kind of fix it.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it helps
It would
temporarily.
definitely spread the traffic around.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, just build a 7th lane and we'll be good. God, no, it's insane. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, we really need to like fix that, expand public
Fix
transportation, and
And it would also create more jobs, more
Yeah.
good paying jobs.
yeah. I mean, if
would think.
we have like, for example, like Zoran's thing where he's making buses fast and free, is going to reduce congestion in New York City, hypothetically, and it should, because people will take the bus more because it's fast and free. It's
Yeah.
available. It's reliable. Then people don't have to drive as much, and then you don't have to. You can fit however many people on a bus as opposed to one person in every single car. Like that reduces congestion instead of just being like, let's just add another lane to the road.
Yeah.
Like it's not an option in New
Yeah.
York City, and so they have all these buses and subways, and yeah, it's just ridiculous that we don't do that everywhere.
No, yeah, it is. I would definitely. I don't know. It would just be cool if we had mass national transit
Oh,
all over the country.
China, like the bullet trains
Yeah,
in
like
China,
bullet trains. Like
they're so far ahead of us.
I know they are.
It's
It's
so
fucking
sad.
insane. They have like floating, like levitating trains. Like,
Yeah.
magnetic
Yeah.
levitating train.
Literally,
Glory to the China Republic.
we watched this Sharia law was enacted in New York City.
Yeah. Next
It was
time I'm gonna
beautiful.
wear like the traditional Muslim
Yeah.
clothes.
We're converting to Islam.
Yeah.
They made us. They made us. They read passages of the Quran
Yeah.
to us. They forced
they're-
us. They broke into our house in the middle of the night, or a hotel. Even though we were in Jersey, they broke in.
Yeah.
They were like, "You have to."
Jersey's next.
Yeah, they're spreading They're gonna invade Jersey and take
Jersey's
over.
next.
No, it's great though. But instead of doing any of that stuff, we just spend money on regime change wars for oil to benefit fossil fuel companies and genocides abroad. That's all we got. That's all we can do.
God, yeah.
Bailing out Argentina, $40 billion.
We could have literally paid like I think, like, ended homelessness.
Yeah.
Public housing. Paid every teacher like livable salaries.
Yeah, instead of doing any of that stuff, we
like,
just literally will like deploy the National Guard to our own cities.
Yeah, and started like a national public transit route, probably. So
and we also will do like billions of dollars in like corporate subsidies in taxes. Yeah, it's great. No, let's just cut the taxes for the rich and fucking blow up Venezuela and
sounds good to me.
That's all we need to do. We don't need public transportation. We don't need livable wage. We don't need any of that stuff. We don't need social housing. That's woke and gay. Don't you see? You want to live comfortably? That's woke and gay as well. But yeah, New York City was great. It was very fun to explore. And yeah, free Venezuela.
Free Venezuela.
Fuck.
Free Palestine.
Free Palestine, free Sudan, free Cuba, free Mexico.
Free every country except for the United States.
Free the global south from the imperialist evil of the United States of America. That's pretty much what we got. So
yeah.
In the Middle East as well.
In the Middle East, yeah. In the poor Middle East.
All right. Well, thanks for listening to this episode of the podcast. So glad Sharia law has been enacted and that we finally are fixing and returning to the rightful owners the Venezuelan oil reserves.
Yeah.
All right. Bye-bye.
Peace. Peace to the Middle East.